Good morning, Rutger. Welcome, and I'm happy having you here today. We talk about high voltage power distribution in electric vehicles today, but prior to start, you may introduce yourself briefly.
Thank you, Max. So, Rutger Peeters, I'm in Sonceboz for more than 10 years, working in the automotive division as a sales and application manager, and since the beginning of this year, I'm responsible for the high voltage contactors.
Let's directly start with the topic. What are the main trends you see for high voltage electric vehicles today?
Well, the main trends, they go in the direction of high performance driving, long range, as well as fast charging. And if we take the topic a bit wider, megawatt charging in trucks, we also treat. And these demands, they set new requirements to the high voltage architecture in a car. And maybe if we go one step back, when we talk about high voltage architecture, I think it's important to understand what we're talking about. So those systems, they manage the storage and the distribution of electricity in the car. And on the table we have Max BDU, battery disconnect unit, and in such a unit distributes the electricity, and we see different components from contactors to fuses to sensors. In all these things the OEMs would like to reduce the complexity.
So you mentioned high voltage contactors. Could you please describe what the component is about?
High voltage contactor is an electrically controlled switch that works in high voltage, high current circuits. Mm-hmm. It's used to safely connect or disconnect the high voltage circuits. To address the new market needs, at Sonceboz we have developed an electromechanical high voltage contactor using the competences in our company.
So looking at the Sonceboz development, what are the USPs and values, differentiation factors of the high voltage contactor Sonceboz developed?
Advantage of the contactors that we develop is that they have a very, very low contact resistance, which allows to operate up to 1400 ampere without active cooling. And next to that, we also have no power consumption in close position, as we have developed a dedicated gear train to keep a self-locking position. So in all, it helps to reduce the complexity and also save cost for the end user.
You talked about the weight, and you also talked about the contact resistance. Is the contact resistance low throughout the entire life?
Very stable and low through the entire life. So we start at 40 micro-ohm at the beginning, and we also end at this value, due to the fact that we have no bouncing when we close the contactor. And when you talk about weight, those components go to 190 grams for a single contactor.
Let's talk about the family, because I also heard the name Rutger. What other components and features Sonceboz developed for integration into a PDU?
Yes, Rutger, that's a very special name. It's a brand name that we have added to a product that tackles the bank switching inside an EV. So bank switching, you have an 800 volt battery pack that can be split into two 400 volt battery packs, and our contactor brings those battery packs in parallel to have 400 volt system architecture, or in series to have an 800 volt system architecture. And this solution has in the first EV cars been solved with 3 single contactors, which we now are able to solve with 1 Rutger. And so there we go down with more than 1 kilo in weight.
Do we have other components or other features which can be added to the single contactor?
Yes, we have been studying other features like a cutoff under load function, arc-free, which means that this keeps the contact resistance stable over the lifetime of the product. And we have also been addressing precharging and discharging function. And all of that is integrated in an add-on that we put to the component, and to keep it very compact and small.
So I see there is a lot of advantage for size and weight, but also it's the complexity you mentioned at the beginning. So I think people are curious to know about the advancement of those developments. Where do you stand today?
We have samples available for customers to test, but also, as you say, it's all about the architecture. So we work in close collaboration with our customers to find the real best fit for our products, to make profit of their benefits inside the system of the customer.
And that is basically where Sonceboz is very strong at, to develop tailor-made solutions for a specific customer need. Thank you very much, Rutger. It was nice talking to you.
Thank you, Max.